All right, what's going on, you guys? Nick here with Nick Strength and Power. I've got a couple of interesting stories for you guys today. The first story that I have for you guys today, the latest physique update from Nick Walker at 4 weeks out from the New York Pro, where he will be having his showdown with Blessing Owodebu, Justin Rodriguez, and also Hassan Mustafa, who honestly, I think Hassan might have the best odds of actually winning this show. But Nick Walker posted 2 physique updates back to back, the first of which being this video. A video doing some leg raises for abs with the caption, "They say abs are made in the kitchen. True, but you still got to train them." Showing off the deep separation that he appears to have in his abs. And the second thing that he posted was today a picture of him hitting a hands overhead crunched abdominals and thighs. Now, the reason why I think these physique updates are significant is, number one, the primary thing that Blessing constantly calls out Nick for is saying that he's blocky and that he's got a gut, and saying that he's short, and because of him being short, it makes the gut look worse, etc., etc. Blessing's big criticism of Nick has been his midsection, saying it's blocky, saying it's a gut. Again, that's kind of the biggest thing that Blessing has been harping on, and Nick posting these back-to-back updates of his midsection, I think, is a sign of 2 things. Number one, that he's very confident that he's not going to have a gut on stage, and number 2, that he doesn't have a gut right now in preparation. One of the things that I like about Nick's physique is that he does have very, very deep separated abs. So when he hits that hands overhead crunched abdominals, you can see deep separation. You can see a very clear six-pack. You can see just a really good midsection when he hits that pose. And one of the things that you saw with like Phil Heath or some of these other guys that developed a gut over time in their careers, even when they would hit the hands overhead most muscular, you didn't see deep separation in the abs. They might only have the upper 4 visible. There wasn't a crazy amount of detail even when they were in poses meant to show detail in the midsection. And I think Nick looks really solid in this pose. So I think Nick is very confident in how he's looking. He's very confident in his midsection. And I think we're going to see an extremely well-polished package from Nick Walker that might surprise a lot of people, including Blessing. And again, maybe it's just something we're not seeing because these are Instagram updates, and things like a midsection issue typically show themselves in the transitions of poses. Typically, they're able to be kept under control in a lot of the poses, but when you hit those transitions in between poses and you start breathing heavy, and as you get further into prejudging or further into the night show, those kind of things might spill out and you might lose a little bit of control, and that's where those things really rear their head. So I guess we'll see, but we are within 4 weeks now from the New York Pro. All right, now next up in the news, a lot of people who are men's physique fans might enjoy this. Sadik Hadzovic, who is one of the more popular men's physique competitors, really, I guess you could say back in the day now, because I don't think he's competed since 2017. It's been probably close to 4 years. Now, he's done, I think, 1 Classic Physique Olympia. 1 or 2. So he made that transition over to Classic, but he's been gone for a while. He hasn't competed in a long time. He has 3.4 million followers on Instagram, making him one of the most popular athletes on social media in the IFBB in general. You'd be hard-pressed to find any even men's open bodybuilder that has in the millions of followers. But recently in the comment section of one of his posts, Logan Franklin says, "Way better as Classic Bro, even though you were a beast in men's physique." And Sadik Hadzovic responds and says, "I'll be back, Terminator." So a lot of people for a while, and Sadik included, have been kind of hinting and surmising and speculating on a Sadik Hadzovic comeback because he has been gone for so long now. So the question will be, how will Sadik place? How will he do? Will he be successful when he comes back to men's physique, presumably? And will he be able to survive and thrive in the current men's physique landscape? I think the last Olympia he did in men's physique, I want to say he took 7th at that Olympia. I'm sorry, Classic Physique. His last Classic Physique Olympia, I think he was 7th, and that was a few years ago now. 2017, I'm pretty sure. But I know a lot of people would be excited to see him come back. I know a couple of my friends that compete in men's physique, they were big fans of Sadik, and they would like to see him come back, my friend Zach included. You guys might be familiar with Zach. He just competed at a show in Lexington, a natural men's physique show. I've done a couple real natural bodybuilding vlogs / documentary style videos featuring Zach. Zach was a big fan of Sadik as well. So let me know in the comment section below, do you guys want to see a Sadik Hadzovic comeback? Why or why not? Yes or no? And now a word from our sponsors over at ExpressVPN. All right, guys, today's video is sponsored by ExpressVPN. ExpressVPN, with everything going on in the world, governments have increased their surveillance. They're using your devices to track your location, movements, and in many countries, your internet activity. You don't want to be caught with your pants down, depending on what you're looking at on the internet. And ExpressVPN is one of the best ways to keep your online browsing activity private. When you use ExpressVPN, your internet connection is rerouted through a secure encrypted server so you can search the web anonymously without anyone looking over your shoulder. Look, I know you probably think all you have to do is use incognito mode and nobody will see all the freaky videos you've been watching online. Your ISP can still see all the sites you visit and sell that info to third parties. Maybe you don't want people knowing you look at videos of bodybuilders posing and flexing on the internet. That's why I use ExpressVPN. I don't want anybody knowing how many times I've watched replays of the Mr. Olympia this week. Find out now how you can get 3 months of ExpressVPN for free by visiting expressvpn.com/NSP or clicking the link in the description box below. That's expressvpn.com/NSP to keep your internet browsing data private. All right, now next up in the news, guys, I love this story. I love talking about Seth Feroce. I love seeing him do this transformation and get in the best shape of his life. A recent post of Seth Feroce, it looks like the HWMF Transformation Challenge is now completed, the 8 weeks to see what all they could do. He posted these pictures. I'm guessing this is his final update from that transformation. 210.5 pounds in these pics. Now, the thing that I really liked about this post was he talks about the fact that over the years he's taken crazy high amounts of PEDs during his pro career and even not during his competitive career. He talks about how in this transformation, the only thing he uses is an HRT dose. So he's not natural in this transformation, but he says no crazy drugs, but he did crazy hard training, crazy amounts of cardio. His diet was on point, and he was trying to really see how far he could push his physique just on that kind of minimal baseline level. And honestly, I think based on these pictures, Seth looks impressive as hell, considering the amount of PEDs that he took, or I guess the lack thereof. I think this is a pretty inspirational post. I would say that Seth almost looks better than a lot of current pros that are probably taking a lot of stuff in both 212 and classic, because I think Seth actually, he's got a pretty classic physique and he's probably bigger than most classic guys in these updates at 210 for his height. Seth looks phenomenal, and I know that Seth in the past, he has tried to definitively squash any rumors of a comeback. But man, I still love to say, I would love to see Seth come back. I still think he's got it. I think he would really bring something a little bit different and a little bit special if he came to 212. Honestly, if Seth wanted to downsize to the point, I don't know how tall Seth is, so it's hard to say if he would ever be able to make a classic physique weight limit. I highly doubt it because I know he's a shorter guy. I don't know exactly how tall he is, but I don't know what his weight limit would be. If he were to size down to classic, I know one of the things that Seth doesn't want to do is go crazy with the drugs and get crazy big and put a lot of stress on the body at his age. He's got his businesses. He doesn't really need to compete. I understand all that. But man, wouldn't it be cool if Seth were able to kind of squeeze into a classic physique show? I think that would be awesome. Again, he's pretty much squashed the rumors of a comeback, but I know that you guys would probably like to see it. And I just maybe from a selfish perspective as a fan, I would like to see it as well. But honestly, Seth looks fantastic in these pictures, all things considered. Again, man, I just wish we could see him compete again. It'd be cool. And like I said, man, for his height, probably no chance that he would ever make it into classic. I'm guessing he's probably, if I had to guess, 5'5" or under. And I'm sure the weight limit in classic for that height is pretty low. But either way, Seth looks phenomenal. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Even though Seth said he's not going to, would you like to see Seth make a comeback? Do you think he would do well if he did? Would you like to see him in 212 or classic? Because I honestly think he's got a really aesthetic physique. His posing is fantastic. He can hit a vacuum pose. He's got a great V-taper, those sort of things. Which division would you like to see him compete in if he ever did come back? Just a hypothetical. And also, thumbs up this video if you would like to see Seth come back, regardless of what he says. I'm sure that's getting on his nerves, but I think a lot of people would like to see him compete at least one more time. It doesn't have to be an Olympia title run or anything crazy like that, but I think for his business promotionally, I think it would be cool just to see him prep for a show and like vlog the journey or something. I think would be pretty good marketing. So that's going to wrap it up for the video today, guys. I hope you did, in fact, enjoy it. Please give it a thumbs up if you did enjoy it. Please subscribe to the channel if you have not subscribed already. As always, I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. If you guys want to support the channel, check out the link in the description box below to support the sponsor, ExpressVPN. Give them some clicks. And as always, Nick Strength and Power, signing out.